What's up, traders? What's up? Welcome back again to this live trading session. So yeah, welcome traders. Welcome ladies and gentlemen. By the way, I'm Ruffy Capacio, a technical trading analyst here at ACY Securities. I'm also a proprietary trader. My trading approach is simple, pure action, technical analysis, and disciplined risk management. In this session, I'll walk you through my live market analysis, explain the reasoning behind every setup, and show you how I read the charts in real time. And now, I want you to be ready because there are a lot of setups, banger trade setups that we could actually take in this week. So a quick reminder before we begin, this is not a financial advice. This is simply my personal view of the markets based on price action and current market structure. Trading always involves risk. There are no guarantees. So make sure you manage your risk properly, do your own research, and never risk money you're not prepared to lose. So yeah, I want you guys to trade on your own risk because all of this setup are based on my price action and also based on how I actually trade in the markets. I want you to be patient and also pay attention. If you want to trade in the markets today, I want you to pay attention towards our setups that I will be sharing you guys on this live trading session. So yeah, and now get your charts ready and let's get started. So you already know what is the first thing that we are going to do is to know what are the high impact news that could potentially happen in the markets. Now, as you can see here, we're currently at FinLogix. Go to economic calendar, only focusing on the high impact news this week. Now, I want you guys, if you actually turn on this low and medium impact, I want you guys to turn it off, only focusing on high impact news. Now, as you can see here currently, there are not a lot of high impact news. Mostly, the high impact news could have or potentially affect only on the euro currency pair. Currently, there are high impact news this upcoming Tuesday and also on the succeeding day, because only Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday has high impact news. Probably this upcoming London and New York session, there is no high impact news that could potentially affect the markets. Now, this high impact news could actually just act as a catalyst, not knowing what could potentially happen in the markets. It could just give us volatility, knowing what exact time or what exact date that we could actually enter a trade where the volatility could happen. That is how we actually see on economic calendars or macroeconomic news if you're purely trading only price action. Now, you already know that my price action is purely technical, not actually caring about news. Because yeah, if you actually ask me about news, I have nothing on it. All my analysis is purely price action and technical, only basing it purely price action. Now, there's no time to waste. Right now, let me share you my setups. Now, as you can see here, we're currently at gold. Last live trading session, we already anticipated another sell. Already closed a 1:2.5 last week. Now, currently, price is below on the strong resistance level. Right? You can clearly see that price is already below. Previously, it acted as a support because once price is above, it reacted as a floor, right? Because once price is above the level, that is why I generalize it, because this is a level, meaning it could act as a support or resistance depending on where the price is. But previously, Last week, price is above this level. Therefore, it react as a support because price is above. Therefore, once price could approach, it will act as a floor or as a support. I'm not basing it on my own. I'm basing it on the previous data it happened before. Price approached this level. Price is above. Right after it approaches, it bounce. Price retest it, then bounce it to the upside. Therefore, knowing that price previously acted this area as a support, not only this area, if you actually look further left, you can clearly see there are also reaction here. Price reacted as a resistance, price broke above, it reacted as a support, pushed to the upside. Price broke below the support level, therefore price is below, therefore this be considered as a resistance, it reacted, pushed to the downside. Knowing the market is reacting on this level. Now, I actually anticipated a sell last week to retest this resistance level. Look what happened right after it retested. Massively pushed to the downside. It even sellers push. There is a strong momentum right exactly in this resistance, because supposed to be I was anticipating that it could react on this support level, but bearish momentum is way too stronger, pushing the price, broke it, actually broke through this daily support. Now all we have to do is to delete this previous resistance zone, focusing on where the market is. Now where the market is currently, it is already below on this resistance level. Therefore, we already know the best thing that we could anticipate again, another sell, retest, so that we could catch another sell on gold. That's it. Simple as it is. Retesting this strong daily resistance support level. Now, could potentially act as a resistance. Also, retesting this head and shoulder pattern, adding a confluences or a confirmation that this market could possibly go to the downside. Possibly, we don't know what it is, whether it could not respect our resistance zone. Therefore, all we had to do, if price won't properly react on this resistance, then all we had to do is react and adapt. When price could broke on this resistance level, then we will be interested in buying this pair or this market or gold. We will buy gold, then catch buys. That's it. That is why all we have to do, once the market could give us a price action, the best thing that we could do is to react and adapt. But here, this is how the market react. It is a resistance zone. Therefore, we will look for sells, putting our stop loss a few pips above, targeting this exact target price. Looking on the left, this could be the potential area that it could react. Previously, price reached this level, react right after, push to the upside. Price reached this level again, push to the upside. Here currently, price is already having its move to retest this exact area that it reacted before. Therefore, we will put our target price a little bit above on this exact area. That's it. No need to worry. I have posted this on ACY website. The link is in the description below. You can actually check it out. So, any question about gold setup? That's it. Price is at a resistance zone. Now, all we have to do, look for an entry signal. That's it. Simple as it is. No need to be confused. If this 4-hour candlestick would body close like this, or it closes like this, then that will be my entry. Putting my stop loss a few pips above, enter on this 4-hour bearish engulfing candlestick, then I will enter this trade towards the downside. That's it. Simple as it is. I'm not actually giving you some confuse, only using the exact price action analysis. That's it on gold. Next, we can actually look a little bit on NAS100. Now, looking at the weekly chart, I can actually unsee on what's happening here, because this head and shoulder pattern is actually been how could I say this? It is already downloaded in my brain. Every time I actually see this kind of pattern, I will instantly react on it. You clearly see the market is creating this left shoulder, right shoulder, and the head. Right? This kind of pattern could happen at the top or at the bottom of the market. That is why I call this, or a lot of people call this, a reversal pattern. This is a reversal pattern because this kind of pattern could happen always at the top. This is how it looks like at the top, but once price is below, this is how it looks like, an inverted head and shoulders. Right? This is one of the best pattern that a lot of traders use it because it is really efficient and it is actually useful and it works. Now, you can clearly see that the price is already having its move, creating this massive bearish engulfing at the weekly chart. Therefore, this is a strong indication that the market is having a strong bearish momentum. This is a bearish engulfing candlestick. You can actually check out on my vlogs about candlestick confirmation. You can actually check it out on our website. Now, all we had to do for NAS100, price is already broke on the daily, on this daily support level. You can clearly see this level acted as a support previously, right? You can clearly see price broke above, retested as support because price is above the level, right? Every time the price is above the level, it will move up. Once price is below the level, it will react and move below. That's it. That is a simple term about key levels. Price is above this key level on NAS100. This would be the exact levels. You could actually screenshot it so that you could plot it on your own chart. Now, looking at it, all we had to do is to wait for the price, because price has already broke below. You can clearly see price broke below. Therefore, you already know what could happen on this level. Once price is below, once it will react, it will go towards the downside. Now, all we had to do, wait for it to approach back to our resistance level, put an alarm a few pips below on this resistance, because once price approaches, retest this resistance level, retest this head and shoulder pattern, retest this EMA indicator, pushing the price towards the downside. That's it. Simple as it is. NAS100, be patient. All we have to do is to wait for the price to approach back to our resistance level so that we will be interested in selling this pair. Probably it could actually drop. Probably could just drop towards this level. Why? Because when you look on the left, this is how I base where could I put my take profit. Because we are taking sales at the weekly and daily analysis, right? This is how I actually see where I could put my take profit. If you actually put your take profit, once you look left, there are no structure here. The nearest structure that it could react is here. Probably once price could retest and push to the downside, probably it could just have its massive drop towards this level. Because once you look on the left, there are no levels that it could react. There are no elbows, meaning there are no structures here, right? There are no structures doing like this. Because the nearest structure is here. These are the nearest elbow. Therefore, we will target this level. Once price could retest back on a resistance so that we could catch another sell, or we could catch a massive sell on NAS100. That's it. Screenshot this level so that you can anticipate where is it. Just be patient. No need to force trades. Once price won't reach our level, there's no need to force any trades. That's it. I'm keeping it simple. I'm keeping it highly transparent. Right? There's no doubt about it. It could potentially have its massive push to the downside.
I'm actually not making some stories like it. It's only based on my price action. I actually already trade this kind of setups. Then potentially, why not it could play it again, right? This pattern could happen repetitively in the markets. You can clearly see maybe we could find some head and shoulders here. Here, one example is this. This is an inverted head and shoulders. Here, look, this is the previous data, right? Price created this head and shoulder pattern at the top of the market. Look what happened right after it created. Price head and shoulders. Price massively push to the downside. Retest back at the neckline. Push to the downside. Right? All we have to do is to copy this move. Paste it here on this previous data again. Market create this head and shoulder pattern. You can clearly see we can just adjust it. Price massively push to the downside. Retest. Push to the downside. All we have to do, copy this again towards the recent price action. Price already creating this massive head and shoulders. All we had to do, wait for it to properly retest so that once we could catch this trade at a potential lower high, and probably we could catch a massive sell on NAS100. So any question about it, feel free to ask. So I think that's it on NAS100. Now let's go to our next market, Bitcoin. Last week, we are interested in selling and or in buying, depend where the market structure is. Weekly chart, it's still stuck inside on this consolidation zone. Consolidation means there is a there is a resistance above and a support below. The current price is here. Price is stuck inside this level. It is actually in the middle of the accumulation or consolidation. Potato, all are the same. Looking at the daily chart, the same as weekly, still stuck. The same anticipation. Wait for the break and retest of this daily support level so that we'll be interested in buying or in selling rather right after it retests this resistance. Then next, anticipation. Wait for the break and retest of this daily resistance so that once the price could break, we will be interested in buying this pair towards the upside. Only the force trades. Let it play first. Just be patient, right? The patient you are, the higher the probability setups that you could catch in the market. That's it. Put an alarm a few pips below on this daily support and also above on this weekly resistance. So either way, once price could have its breakout, either way below or above, then we will decide right after. Right? That's it. That's it on Bitcoin. Screenshot this weekly resistance level right here. These are the levels. And screenshot this daily level so that you could actually anticipate the move. Wait for the break and retest above so that we will be interested in buying this pair to the upside, or wait for the break and retest of this daily support level so that it could act as a resistance and enter this trade towards the downside. That's it. Next, USDCHF. What happened on USDCHF right now? We are currently at the weekly chart. Price is at a potential higher highs, meaning once price is the potential highs, you already know that we could catch a counter trend trade on this pair. Because market structure of a bullish trend, right? Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher high, higher low, higher high. Sells are good. Actually, we could catch some sells right here for the pullback so that it could create a higher low. Therefore, buys will be good right exactly on this area. But currently, price is here. Price is here. It is actually here. Therefore, the best thing that we could do, catch some sells. More like a counter trend trade. I actually won't advise you guys to actually catch this kind of trade because you are taking without the higher time frame trend. The higher time frame trend is clearly in the bullish because price creating this higher highs and higher lows. But we are taking sells based on the daily chart. Daily, you can clearly see that there is a strong resistance levels above, indicating that the price could tend to react on this level as a resistance because price is below. Therefore, the best thing that it could react is to go towards the downside. That's it. Now, price is retesting. All we have to do is look for any entry signal, whether in the 4 hour, 2 hour, 1 hour, 30 minute, and 15 minute. Or actually, it is already having its massive bearish engulfing on the 4 hour. Then probably we could actually enter this trade right now, putting our stop loss a few pips above, and probably target this level right here. Now, probably we could catch a 1:2.8 risk reward, and that will be good enough for our setups. That's it. There is a 4 hour bearish engulfing already created. EMA is already above on the 4 hour candlestick. Then probably there will be a confirmation that could help push the price back towards the downside. So that's it. We are currently at a daily resistance level. Weekly, sadly, it is bullish. Daily is bearish. Sadly, we are taking a counter trend trade. We are taking the low probability setup, but we don't know what would be the market, how could the market could play out. We still don't know what would be the probability, whether it could potentially play out or whether not. All we had to do is we manage our risk, not caring what could potentially happen in the markets. I want you guys to trade on your own risk. All of it is based on my opinion on the markets, and always remember that only risk the amount that you're willing to lose in the market. Only risk like you are just okay to lose in the market. That's it. Now, that's it for USDCHF. Next is AUDCHF. The same move as USDCHF. Both of them has CHF pairs, therefore knowing that both of them is correlated, right? Meaning the base of this currency is AUD, the quote is CHF, right? The quote of this pair is CHF, meaning once we take sell on AUDCHF, we are betting that CHF could get stronger, AUD could get weaker. Because once CHF could get stronger, AUDCHF will go towards the downside. Meaning we are betting CHF could get stronger. Therefore, once we are betting on AUDCHF for sells, the same move could happen on USDCHF. Right? Because knowing CHF could get stronger, therefore both of the CHF could push both of the currency to the downside. Now, the same move as USDCHF, price is at a potential highs, a lower highs, price is retesting this resistance level. All we have to do is to look for any entry signal so that we will be looking for sell on AUDCHF. That's it. Any version, you already know what will be the entry signal that we are using, right? Any question about AUDCHF, feel free to ask. That's it. Just be patient. Just be patient. That's it. That's the only thing that I could give you guys some. Because if you're not being patient in the market, all of the trades that you could actually see, you will react, even though it will not make sense. But both of this trade makes sense for me. So why not it could potentially play out, right? But we still don't know what will be the outcome of this trade. Let's see how could this play out this upcoming London session. Now, on to the next. Now, next is NZDCAD. Looking at the higher time frame on the weekly chart, price is above this level. You clearly see it broke out previously. Here, it reacted as a resistance before. This is a strong level because there is a daily and weekly resistance. Before, it reacted as a resistance because price is below. But currently, price broke above this level this week. Therefore, once price is above, it will react as a support, pushing price towards the upside. Looking at the daily, the same move as the weekly. Price broke above the level, therefore daily could also break out. Price is above, all we have to do is wait for it to retest to catch this trade towards the upside. This level is actually very well respected because there is a daily support level and weekly support level. All we have to do, wait for our entry signal to actually happen on this daily and weekly support level on the lower time frame. Wait it to approach back on our level, catch this trade, wait for our entry signal, putting our stop loss a few pips below, and targeting this exact level right here. Probably we could catch a 1:2. Yeah, 1:2.2 risk reward. That's it. There is a strong resistance level here that it could react once price approaches. Then the best thing that we could do, we need to put our take profit a few pips below on it. So that's it on NZDCAD. No need to worry, I will be posting it on ACY website. The link is in the description below. You can actually check out towards our market analysis. By the way, we also have a Discord community. So you can actually scan this QR code. Inside this Discord community, we'll be sharing a much deeper insight of the market analysis and also sharing you guys a deeper insight on my price action strategy. All you have to do is to actually join this Discord community. It is for free and feel free to actually join if you want to master how I use my price action strategy, and you could actually learn a much deeper insight of the analysis that I'm sharing you guys today. So feel free to join, register. You can actually register now. No need to worry, there is a link in the description below. You can actually use it also. Now going back to our chart, NZDCAD is already cooking up for another buys. Look for any entry signal at a lower time frame that could happen on our support level right here. Wait for it to approach back here. Wait for entry signal to be created like this, bullish engulfing, enter the trade, putting our stop loss a few pips below, targeting a few pips below on this daily resistance level. Right? Just be patient. Put an alarm a little bit above on this daily and weekly support level so that once price approaches back, it could actually alarm us. Next, AUDCAD. Currently, we are a daily chart. You can clearly see there is a strong support level. This is how I call that market actually happen repetitively. Why? Let me explain. Let me explain this price action. Now, looking at it, probably you will be confused, but if you look this elbow, this is the elbows where the body actually have its reaction. Body actually touches this level, reacted previously. Price approaches again, it reacted again. Price approaches this level, reacted again. Now, it already gives us a confirmation that the market react this level if it actually body closed below. It is below, therefore it acted as a resistance. But right after price approaches this level above, it reacted as a support, 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 support. Therefore, these are the previous data, or history of the price action that it actually gives us a hint that it reacted before. Therefore, knowing this is a strong level that it could potentially react. Now, all we have to do is to wait for the price to break and retest on this daily resistance level. Now, a second, guys. Wait for So yeah, I'm very sorry about it. Sorry sa some important thing that actually happened. So yeah, let's get back to our chart. Now, as you can see here on AUDCAD, all we had to do is to wait for the price to break and retest on the daily support level so that we could actually catch another sales. Wait for the price broke on the support level so that once price is below, we could wait for it to retest back on this level so that it could act as a resistance. Enter right after it retests, enter this trade towards the downside. That's it on AUDCAD. Simple analysis, simple price action setup on AUDCAD. Probably Aussie dollar, probably all of the Aussie dollar is actually getting weaker because we are anticipating sells on AUDCAD. It means that we are betting against AUD dollar, meaning AUD could potentially get weaker. The same move as AUDCHF, we are interested in selling this pair. Therefore, knowing that this market or the currency of AUDCHF is getting weaker, because we are betting that the CAUD or the CHF pair is getting stronger. Therefore, we are betting that AUD pairs are getting weaker. Because we are anticipating that once we sell, CHF is getting weaker. Therefore, once we sell on AUDCHF, AUDCAD could go towards the downside also, knowing that AUD dollars or Aussie dollars could get weaker. So yeah, that's our anticipation on AUD pairs that we could actually anticipate. Next, GBPAUD. All we have to do, price is inside this consolidation zone. On the daily chart, we can clearly see there is a weekly resistance level and daily support level. All we have to do, wait for the anticipation of a breakout. Once price is inside the consolidation zone, the best thing that we could do, anticipate the breakout of this consolidation zone. Because once you actually take trades inside, you already know what would happen. It will just bounce either way of these levels. Bounce above the ceiling and support. That's why we will anticipate the breakouts so that we will be avoiding any fake outs or liquidity grabs. Because mostly inside this level, there are a lot of liquidity grabs, fake outs, wake outs, any of it the same. It is all the same, just actually different call outs. But if you actually look previously on the left, here, every time price broke above, you clearly see price broke above, retest, push to the upside. That is why waiting for the breakout would be the best thing that you could actually do, right? Just be patient right after it broke out above on this level. Therefore, it could actually act as a support and possibly push to the upside. Now, the same move as daily on this daily support. Once prices broke out, it could act as a resistance. Possibly, it could retest back on this head and shoulder pattern right after the breakout of this support level. Just wait for the breakout. That's it. The same anticipation on BTC USD. Breakout above, push to the upside. Break below, push to the downside. GBPAUD, the same move. Breakout above, breakout below. So that we'll be interested in taking these trades. Next, Euro AUD. All we have to do, once price is already above this weekly support, then you already knew that this area could potentially act as a support. Price is above, it reacted previously as a support. Here, support, resistance. There are a lot of reaction. The only thing that you could do is to actually look on the left, right? It is not confusing. It is simple, but not easy. But probably in time, you will understand this. All you have to do is just to look on the left. It reacted previously. That's why I have told you that market will repetitively happen. That is why you need to look on the broader view. Look on what happened previously on this level. Here, price broke below resistance. It acted as a resistance below, probably above. Price is above. Therefore, the only thing that it could react is a support level. All we have to do, price already approached, wait for any entry signal. I will wait for my entry signal to pop up. Let's see what would the pre or the London session could actually bring on the table. Because currently, today is already a London session, but be mindful, there is a high impact news tomorrow. It is still Tuesday, but you only need to think that once you actually enter the trade on your AUD, whether it is buy or sells, just don't think about much on what could happen in the news. Because if you actually have a clear bias on your price action, whether it actually tells you it is actually good for buys or sell right now, therefore only based on it. Don't actually just filter out all the noise. Only focus on what you actually, or what the market actually brings you on the table. If the market actually gives me this exact setup for buys, then I will react on the price action, not knowing what would the news could potentially affect this market. All I think on the news, that this news could just act as a volatile, or could just give volatility towards my setup. That's it. Either it could actually give volatility or hit my stop loss or take profit. All I had is I managed my risk, not caring whether it could hit my take profit or stop loss. That's it for Euro AUD. Now let me simplify this. Okay. First, gold. Price is inside our level. Wait for a clear entry signal so that we will be interested in selling this pair. As you can see, that is why being patient is one of the key aspects in trading. You can clearly see 4 hour did not engulf this level. Therefore, we will wait for any bearish engulfing on the lower time frame that could potentially create. Right? Just be patient so that we could actually catch another sell. But once price could break above on this daily resistance level, then we will react and adopt. Wait for it to retest as a support so that we could catch it towards the upside. But the high probability setup is sells. NAS100. Price is at a potential lows. It's way too far from our resistance level. Wait for the price to approach back on our daily resistance level so that we could catch a massive sell on NAS100. Next, crypto, Bitcoin. Price is inside the consolidation zone. Wait for the price to break above or below. Either way, so that once price could break above on this resistance, we will be interested in buying this pair towards the upside, or wait for the price to break and retest on this daily support level. So that once price could break this support level, it could retest back as a resistance level, enter in this trade, putting our stop loss a few pips above. Once price could retest this daily resistance level, it could retest the head and shoulder pattern, indicating that the market is already shifting from bullish to bearish trend. Now on to our pair. You can clearly see on the USDCHF, it is already reacting massively on this resistance level. We'll see how could this react, whether it could hit our stop loss or take profit. AUDCHF, it is already having its move. We'll see how this plays out. Either it could hit our stop loss or take profit. We'll see how this market could potentially play out. And NZDCAD, it is already reacting on our support. It is already way too far from our support level. The best thing that we could do, anticipate it to approach back on our support level so that we could catch another buys, putting our stop loss a few pips below, targeting below this daily resistance right here, and probably target a 1:2 risk reward. Just be patient, wait for the price to approach back to our level, because if you're not really patient on taking this high probability setups, you will be forcing a lot of nonsense trades. Now this is not nonsense trades. It is a higher probability price action. You will make this a nonsense trades once you are forcing trades right here. Because you are not waiting for the price to reach our level and you're actually catching this trade right here. It is nonsense. We will wait for the price to approach back on our level so that we will be interested in taking or executing any trades. Either way, we don't know what will be the outcome. All we had is the probability of the setup. AUDCAD, wait for the break and retest of this daily support level so that once price could break below, then we will be interested in selling this pair towards the downside. GBPAUD, wait for the breakout whether above or below on this support level. Euro AUD, price is already retesting back on our support level. Wait for our entry signal to happen inside. I think that's it for this live trading session. So yeah, it is just a quick live trading session because all I did is just giving you the high probability price action setup that could potentially happen in a market, but we still don't know what will be the outcome. So any question about it, feel free to ask. Just be patient on taking the most higher probability price action setup that we are anticipating. So yeah, and now all I have to do is just to be patient. But looking at USDCHF, it is already reacted, right? You can clearly see USDCHF, it is already having its move. But we still don't know what will be the outcome of this trade. We'll see how could this play out. And also AUDCHF, we'll see how this price action setup could potentially happen. Because I see both of them could potentially have its massive push, right? Even though USDCHF is a counter trend setup, but it is a good setup for sales. But we'll see how could this play out, whether it could hit our stop loss or take profit. That's it. We still don't know what will be the outcome of this trade. Now, yeah, I think that's it for today. This is just really that kind of live trading session, just giving you some setups that we could actually anticipate some move, or whether it could play out or not. All we have is just to manage our risk. That is trading. If you're actually afraid to lose in a market, therefore trading is not for you. Because like I've said, once you are exposed on a thing that you won't know what will be the outcome, therefore it is gambling. But trading, yes, you won't know what will be the outcome, but trading could give you some setups or probability in the market. More likely, it could actually give you some edge. On gambling, that can give you an edge. There's no edges in gambling because all of it is 50-50. You won't know what will be the outcome of the game that you are playing. But on trading, market will repetitively happening. That is why you have an edge. That is why all you have is to actually capitalize what the market is telling you. One example is the setups that I'm actually giving you this live trading session. That's it. Now, I think that's it for this live trading session. Just a quick live trading session. Probably we didn't catch any moves. I think the only thing that we could catch is the USDCHF, right? Which is this bearish engulfing candlestick. It is actually having its move. The only trade that we executed today is USDCHF. We actually entered this trade right after it actually wick retest on this resistance level, enter on this bearish engulfing candlestick. Right? We actually executed this trade, but we'll see how this market could play out. Now, yeah, I want you guys to just to manage your risk on taking this trade. This is a counter trend trade on USDCHF because weekly chart is bullish. Therefore, we are taking sell at the potential highs of the market. We are taking sell of the pullback of the higher time frame, knowing that before in order for it to create a higher potential higher low, this pullback is needed. This pullback. Therefore, this pullback needs to create a bearish momentum so that it could create a higher low here. Therefore, we are anticipate in selling right at the top of the highs, so that we will anticipate that in order for it to create a potential higher low right here, we need to catch those sells towards it. So therefore, in order for it to continue to push to the upside of the higher time frame, it needs to create those higher low here, so that it could continue to push to the upside. But in order for it to actually have its pullback on this higher low structure, a bearish momentum could happen first. I'm not making this on my opinion, because I'm looking already on the lower time frame, on the higher time frame, on how it actually moves. I already understand on how the market structure works, and that is how I see it. Now, it is not correlated that it retested as a resistance. It is having its bearish momentum. That is just how the market works. Market creates a highs and lows. So in order for it to create those lows, bearish momentum should need to be created. In order for it to have or to create its new highs, bullish momentum should need to be created. In order for it to create another lows, bearish momentum should need to be created. That's it. That's the only concept that I could actually give you guys today. Now, we still don't know what will be the outcome of our trade on USDCHF, but we'll see how could this play out. And also the same on AUDCHF. I think that's it for today. Now, so yeah, and by the way, we are actually doing this live trading session daily. All you have to do is to actually join this live trading session daily so that you could actually see the market updates. And by the way, we have a Discord community. All you have to do is to scan this QR code so that you could actually join our inclusive Discord community. Inside this Discord community, I will be sharing a much deeper insight of our analysis. One example is USDCHF, and once you have any question about it, you could actually ask it towards our Discord community. Therefore, you will be interacting with the analysts on this company on ACY, both the macroeconomic, which is Miss Ira, and also me as your technical trading analyst, only basing pure price action analysis in the market. So yeah, you could actually deep dive on the analysis on our Discord community. It is only inclusive for those who want to join. So yeah, it is for free. You could actually join right now. So yeah, I think that's it for today. So yeah, and if you found value in this session, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe so you never miss the daily market outlooks, the live breakdown, the higher probability price action setup, the live trading signal that I shared every week. I appreciate you all for being here. Hope you got value from today's live trading session, and hopefully you already catch some trades with me. So I want you guys to trade on your own risk. All of it is based on my setups, but it is the higher probability price action setup that I've actually shared you guys every week. So if I'm sharing you guys this kind of setups, it is the same move as what I am taking right now. So what's up, Abby? Welcome back, or welcome to the live trading session. So yeah, Now, I already have analyzed gold. Probably I could actually share you back. Now, let me actually share you again. Now, as you can see here on gold, we are currently at the weekly chart. Looking at the daily chart, we are below on this resistance level. So therefore, price is already below. It could potentially act as a resistance for it to continue to actually approach this level. So all we have to do, wait for any entry signal that could potentially happen inside of it. So the only thing that you could catch is on the 15-minute, 30-minute, 1 hour, 2 hour, whenever it goes first. It is retesting this resistance level, retesting this head and shoulder pattern, adding probabilities towards our sell setup. But if price won't actually properly retest this daily resistance level, then we will react and adopt. Once price broke above this resistance level, it could now act as a support. Then we could catch buys towards the upside. That's it. All we have to do is just to react and adapt on what the market is telling us. But currently, this is how the market is telling us right now. It is below on this resistance level, retesting this head and shoulder pattern. Therefore, it is actually good for sells. If you want to master what will be the exact entry signal, all you have to do is to go to ACY website. The link is in the description below. There is a specific blog on how to actually use candlestick confirmation, on using it as a precise candlestick confirmation as your entry signal. All you have to do is just go to ACY website. The link is in the description below. So yeah, just check it out. Once you actually mastered how to use candlestick confirmation as your precise entry signal, then you would actually could initiate this trade right away. Price is inside this level, therefore the only thing that we will wait is our exact entry signal. That's it. So any question about Abby, feel free to ask. So hopefully you are waiting for another setup on gold. Because USDCHF, it is already having its move, but we still don't know what will be the outcome of this trade. We still don't know. But it is already cooking up for a massive sell. Already enter this trade right now. Enter on this bearish engulfing candlestick, putting my stop loss a few pips above and letting the trade play out. So that's it on today's live trading session. So yeah, I think that is it. Now, so yeah, and I appreciate you all for being here. Hope you got value from today's live trading session. Stay disciplined, manage your risk, and once we executed the trade and price approaches our level, all we have to do is to set and forget. So have a great day. Take care, and I'll see you in the next live trading session. So yeah, see you guys.